Good afternoon and welcome to the highlights of the deciding game in the 1986 Mortlock Shield from Port Lincoln between Far West and Greater Flinders. We pick up the play in the third term with Far West leading in a hard-fought contest.
Attacking moves that Far West have made this quarter, and it'll be interesting to see whether they can top it off as they have in previous quarters. Nothing decisive here at all, and
Nesbitt trying to burst through. Picks up, goes nowhere, knocked on by Pickett to the outer. Flinders will clear here. No, but Nesbitt has a sit this time. He comes back inboard. He's looking for high fold and a ball that seemed to run down the top of his head. Finally controls the ball. He'll go into the goal square. I don't think he
the distance would only be about 40 metres there, and I think he could make the distance all right from the way he's been kicking earlier.
And they're clapping. Well, the only thing I can say about the situation, the present moment, Leo, is that Far West accuracy have just given them that edge. I think the control of the ball has been about the same, but Far West kicking for goal has kept them well in this game. That was a goal by high fold. Once again, we've seen this lesson where Far West have gone into attack and kick accurately, and that's kept them in front on the scoreboard. Stop now in ruck, no control. Here's a break out by Flinders. Or some heavy stuff there, all right, and both teams ready to give it. But here's another stalemate. Montgomery can't control. Flinders trying desperately, and it's Stott on the ground. Stott to Montgomery. Montgomery screw punts through the middles, and Fred Golden will make it.
Yes.
Well, I think he kicked one from there in that same position in the first quarter.
In the first quarter, yes, and he's got the same breeze behind him.
But it's a poor kick.
But it's touched just by the defensive player there in Fegert, and 3 for 1 point. Yes, he didn't really get onto that kick like he did the earlier kicks he had for goal there.
I think the delivery of a drop punt would have been better all round, I think, Leo. The kick was a very poor one.
Yes. Fegert clears out under the half-forward flank for
it's a good mark man in front.
I can't pick who's marked that one now, but
Milton.
Milton for Great Flinders, who's bringing it up on the wing in the direction of Pearson, and Pearson played quite serviceably back there, and he comes across to the centre in the way of Beard there. Once again he comes across, but it's Henry who's had the set there, and a knee in the back there was definitely an infringement on both sides there. It was a clear mark, but
he's certainly a real goer, this bloke, as he screw punts it down towards the centre half forward position. Durden's the man in front, and Durden's got the mark. Scott playing a close game on Durden, but Durden's still breaking away and doing lots of good things.
Yes, the distance a little far into that breeze, because he's kicking right into the breeze from his position there from about 45 metres out.
Durden up towards the goal square. Here's a sit. Miller had the sit. It's finally rushed through for a point. Although Far West have that lucky break of some 20 points on the board, there's nothing decisive really opened up in this game yet.
Sort of match that at any stage either side actually could kick away and kick 3 or 4 quick goals, and that would make all the difference in the world.
This holding the ball thing is a funny thing. They're very quick at times, aren't they? Jackson gets a poor kick into the centre. It's Cameron tries to break through, doesn't know where it is, but it's Treloar who picks up and chips away to Green.
No, Treloar received the mark from Fegert.
Treloar received the ball from Fegert down towards the centre half forward possession, and Durden now starting to have some influence on this game. He's a real goer, this bloke too, Leo.
Yes, he is. He's for an 18-year-old lad, he's got tremendous potential, and it's certainly going to make it very hard on some of those players trying to kick goals from 40 metres out against this breeze, and Great Flinders aren't leading forward on those occasions. They're kicking blindly up into the forward line and hoping that somebody might mark it. So throw in there, and it's actually Henry who picks that one off quickly, but I think it's only 1 point. No, he's kicked
a beautiful goal by Henry.
It was a magnificent goal by Henry, and that shows the value of a player such as Henry.
I really think if one bloke can turn it around for Great Flinders, it is this bloke Henry, because not only has he got the skill and he's quick, he's got plenty of courage, knows where the goals are, and if he can really keep on lightening up the the Great Flinders side, other players will come into the game as well.
Well, that's right. He's taken more punishment than any other player on the ground at this stage, but still gets up and goes again. And really, that's what it's all about there. He's well, an indecisive bounce there, but it's Beard, the handball's over, but no, nobody can really clear it there until eventually a quick kick by Far West comes in the direction of there, and it's out to Milton on the wing, who left foots it up out wide, and Beard's in that direction, but couldn't quite hold it. Just didn't make that yard was necessary, but eventually it's over to Milton, a handball over to Pearson, and Pearson a quick kiss across to centre in the way of Kim Green, and Kim went off the ground after a very heavy head-high tackle in the first few minutes of the game, and he could make the distance from there. But that breeze is holding it up, but over the back behind, and it's definitely a great Flinders mark, and I can't pick it at this stage, but
it's Cameron, I think.
Oh, he hasn't turned around, but I think it could be Proctor in there. I can't even see the number.
I think it's Proctor too.
Well, that was a badly needed goal from Great Flinders, and yes, it was Proctor who, for a little fellow, got up high and took a good mark there, and just put Great Flinders. Still, he's certainly not out of the game by any means, and that was Proctor's second goal.
There's been a bit of a change come over the game in the last 5 minutes, and I believe the change as far as Far West is concerned is Orsman just had to go for a spell into the full forward area. It's brought Stott into the ruck, and immediately Flinders have gained the ascendancy at the centre bounces.
Yes, and as we said earlier in the match, getting away from centre is all important. There's Beard, gets a big tap away, but straight to Far West.
To Montgomery. Montgomery to the outer flank. Flinders got the set, and it's going to be a good mark. No, it won't be, to Pickett. The Fujo's run over the top by Pickett, but they're all tied out. There's two of them out there, the Pickett boys. They can't really see him at Orsman trying to burst her and do some good things, but I think it's a head-high tackle. It's hard to follow these things, because sometimes they're holding the ball and sometimes they're over the neck. But Far West in the half-forward line this time. But Flinders once again controlling the ball, and there's a decision back at centre half-forward. Looks like it might be going...
well, I think he called it a throw.
Called it a throw, did he? Stop now. Stott's got to go to full forward. He's got no alternative, I don't think. Up into the full forward area. And it's a good mark by
Pickett on that occasion, who came from behind and
Pickett started off at full forward, if that's the same one, and now he's in the full back area.
Yes, that's right. They've got to swap around there.
There's a real mess up by Far West. As Brett Kavanagh had the set, then it was knocked over the back by Stott. Highfold has it, snaps back towards the goal. Threadgold can't control it. Richard Jones picks up, left foot snaps through the youngster, Richard Jones, and that's a badly needed goal to Far West, because the breeze is still there. It's still a 3-goal, perhaps 4-goal breeze, and at the present moment Far West haven't extended it to a 4-goal lead, and so we're going to look into this last quarter, I think, with the 50 years of Mortlock, and we could have a great finish on our hands, Leo.
Really, with only 13 points difference in this match, it's not over by a long way, but the knockout there doesn't go to anyone. Eventually it's Beard who handballs over to Anderson. Anderson with the left foot goes out in the direction of Pearson there, and pushing the back to Pearson.
There's a trip on the outer side. It was there. Pearson inboarding into the half-forward flank. Jackson up, overruns the ball. Perhaps Stott this time. He can't pick it up, and here it is.
Green.
Again as Green heads towards the goal, and this will be a certain goal that Phelps has marked in the goal square.
So that was the difference in the passage of play. The kick was decisive straight to him. He didn't just blindly blaze away. He looked for his man, and Phelps made no mistake. And Phelps started off at centre half back and is now playing at full forward.
And playing well.
So they've made some changes, and certainly after that second quarter, those changes are paying off, Ivan. Yes, the pace of the game is picked up, and it's also players are able to handling the ball a little better now than they were early in the piece.
Yeah, good football, you guys. Bring him up and take him down. Good time on the go. Any time on the go. Michael! Raising! Come on, there we go! There we go! Let's get it out!
Yes, the pace of the game is picked up, and it's also players are able to handling the ball a little better now than they were early in the piece. Knocked back over by Henry. The handball comes out in the direction of there, but
sells the dummy, comes up towards centre half forward. Both reserves on this time. Shane Kavanagh come on now. I see Warmington on before, but he's tripped. But it's good play by Flinders. Flinders with four at the front of the ball, and it's Anderson. No, it wasn't. It was Beard who came right away with it. Flinders now in complete control as they run towards the goal square, and it's a nice looking kick by
Green.
A great mark in the goal square by Durden.
Well, that's been the difference in the play in the last 10 or 15 minutes, that Great Flinders have started to handle the ball better, and at this stage, without any question, are playing right over the top of Far West. They've got more run in their legs by a long way, and I think Green coming back onto the field is giving a little bit more drive in the half-forward line. But Durden on this occasion, from about 10 or 15 metres, very acute angle, hits the post, so that's the second or third time.
It's the third time, Leo, I think, that Flinders have hit the post.
For many years, Hannam Petroleum has been a driving force for many people. They deliver refined Caltex fuels and lubricants throughout Hare Peninsula and have a reputation for fast, efficient and friendly service. Hannam Petroleum are prepared to service their many country and remote customers with expert personal service and have the technology and expertise to keep your machinery on the move. Take the worry out of your fuel and lubrication requirements and contact Hannam Petroleum of Port Lincoln or your local sub-agent.
Warmington now, down the outer wing, looking for Threadgold. Here's a lucky bounce, but it's still in play. Kavanagh, down the outer side, going towards the flank. Nesbitt hooks it back over his shoulder, and Scott has got the mark.
Yes, well, that's been a attacking move by Far West, and if they can steady now and get a couple of goals in, could make a big difference to the whole match. So,
it's a very vital kick for Far West, this one here, and Stott's not a real reliable kick, Leo, so there's a lot of pressure on him to do the right thing.
Well, he's threaded that one through the middle, and
he has done the right thing, so that's a bit of breathing space for Far West at the present moment. It'll give them a 2-goal break.
Yes, so, and 5-minute mark in the third quarter. That'll be very, very handy. Oh, that was thread going.
No. So that's a handy play, but the game now seems to have got into a kind of a dog-eat-dog type of situation. The legs appear to have slowed down on both sides. In the third quarter, Flinders seem to have run and legs everywhere, so is this a fight back by Far West?
Well, at this stage, they've certainly attacked very vigorously in the second quarter. An indecisive knockdown there, hasn't gone to anyone, but eventually it's come over the top, knocked over by Osterman, but out on the wing, and a good handball over by Green, over the top to Cameron, and
oh, good mark in front by Buck Warmington.
He's called to play on after
called
attempted
to play
handball
on down the grandstand wing. Fujo's got the lead, but here's this man, Henry, again, and can he play football? He heads down towards centre half forward and finds Glenn Habner having a place on wide.
That's Phelps that kicked out.
And Phelps has a good reply to Far West's goal 2 minutes ago, so the score back to 1 goal in front to Far West.
Well, that was Henry's goal from the wing. He played on, gave a beautiful pass to Habner, quick handball, and well, 2 good handballs, but it was Henry's goal from the centre square with his accurate pass to Habner. So we're back to only 4 points in this game, and it's really very, very tight, Ivan.
It's a very tight game, and this is the way that all Mortlock Shields should finish up, I think, Leo, with a tight game in the last game of the day.
Well, it's certainly great for football to see the decision of the whole carnival. There's Henry out. He actually threw that one out. But,
it's a good block by Sheep Warmington, a knock by Jackson, but it goes to Flinders.
See, it kicks a high one up in the direction of
there's a real mess up there.
And,
Montgomery will be caught holding the ball there.
No. Well, that was a bad decision on the umpire.
I thought clearly Leo were holding the ball decision there. That's the way they've been playing it.
Yes, it's hard for an umpire to give a decision just in front of goals, but it was certainly there on that occasion. Knocked out by Far West on this occasion, but not to anybody in particular.
Warmington being forced to the outer side. Montgomery over Sheep Warmington. He sat up. He gets a kick away. Fujo now has it. But
over the fence.
And calling mark by, after a scrambly bit of play, at Shane Kavanagh. Drives it down from the centre wing, looking for Stott and Fegert. No one has the sit. There's a sit over here. Threadgold heads for goal, but it's
through for 1 point there.
A minor point only.
And, well, that's now the score goes to 75 points to Far West and 68 to Great Flinders. So
you get the feeling, Leo, that both teams are starting to die on their legs a bit.
They are. They've been chasing. Both teams have been chasing, particularly Great Flinders in the early part of the game and Far West in the third quarter particularly. And really the legs are starting to get very tired. Second match in 2 days, but the kick-in now marked by Green. It's the true centre-half back position.
Green has had influence on the game since he come back, Leo.
Yes, he has. He's a great footballer, Green, and comes out direction this time, and Pearson can't get it away. It's really indecisive, and the umpire says over the shoulder, but player really didn't
on
make
the outer wing, it's Buck Warmington. He's relieved the play for Far West. He's told to go long. He kicks it down long. Who's he looking for? Shane Kavanagh had control, couldn't mark it. Horseman goes for the boundary, but Flinders still control. But it is finally caught out of bounds by the boundary umpire. So it's a test of staying power, I think, now, Leo. Who stays the longest will probably win this game.
Well, fitness will be the thing now, and there's no question about that. But
and regardless of the winner, I still say again, Leo, the standard hasn't been as high as we might have expected the game to be.
No, without doubt, they're the 2 best sides on the here. But here's a penalty downfield here, and it's a bad mistake there by Great Flinders. There was an unnecessary. There was nothing in the bump really, but it gives Far West an easy goal, and that's really what they need at this stage, Far West.
For many years, Hannam Petroleum has been a driving force for many people. They deliver refined Caltex fuels and lubricants throughout Hare Peninsula and have a reputation for fast, efficient and friendly service. Hannam Petroleum are prepared to service their many country and remote customers with expert personal service and have the technology and expertise to keep your machinery on the move. Take the worry out of your fuel and lubrication requirements and contact Hannam Petroleum of Port Lincoln or your local sub-agent.
Bad trying to pull him off if
81 versus 68, over the top. Far West got the top but can't bring the ball away. It's Flinders tidies up that man Henry again. What a great game he's played. Joey Smith in the back pocket. Flinders now got control of the ball. He's chased by Montgomery. It's hooked back and Jackson takes a timely mark. Jackson takes a timely mark. He goes out of side. Not a real good kick, but we'll find Lee Warmington. Lee Warmington centre wing side. Down the flank he goes, finds Fujo. Fujo's a quick runner but only a one-sided player. Puts the ball out in front and runs after again, goes over the top, runs after it again, punches it on but to no avail as Flinders now tidies up in defence. Pulled away by Flinders into the centre, Glenn Habner now. Glenn Habner will drive to the centre half forward position and is going to find.
Well, Pearson plays on there in the direction of Henry, and Henry gets that mark in front of goals. Well, when I say in front of goals, no, it would be a good 40 metres out. And the distance probably a little bit too far for Henry. He'll be putting everything he can into this. He's got the legs, I think, to make the distance. And yes, it's a full point of the great Flinders. So a good fight back there, and another goal to Henry, and that's Henry's third goal today.
Well, no doubt about it. Henry's been the bloke that when Flinders has been dragging the tail a bit, he's enlivened them every time. He's been the real playmaker, and what a courageous little player he is too. And he definitely, at this stage, he would be BOG.
Yes, no question about it, Ivan, clearly.
Far West now 7 points in front. So the next 4 or 5 minutes could start to decide the outcome of this game. A goal by Flinders, and Flinders will start to come home. But Oisman grabs it out of centre, down towards centre half back. Scott has run of the ball. He puts it down into the full forward area. Fegan, stop, punched away by Fegan. Desperate play down the forward line. Young Jones picks it up, has a snap for goal. And it's still nobody's play. Shane Kavanagh now, where will he go? He can't go nowhere. Gets the boot to the ball. It's going to be cleared by Great Flinders. Great Flinders come to the grandstand side. But it's that Fujo who's come into the game a bit. Handball's order Highfield. Highfield goes without the play. Picked up by Beard. Beard comes to the outer side. A lot of mistakes being made now. Nesbitt goes down hard in front of the trend. Fujo, he goes up towards goal with a great big screw punt. 2 or 3 blokes flying, but nobody's able to control it. Looks a bit high, but no free kick, and a terrible bit of scrambly play in the full forward area.
Yes, they're definitely running on heart now. There's nothing, no good run left in the legs, and it's becoming very scrambly football again in this quarter as it was in the first, Ivan. But ball up there in the true half forward position. The kick into the pocket by Far West is marked by Threadgold, and well, he's aiming now for his what'll be his 5th goal. Actually, he's well within distance, and
what a vital shot this is really for Far West, Leo. The shot he's having for goal.
Yes, that's right, Ivan. Well within kicking distance. The umpire's moved across a little bit, but he think he's given it as
he
a
has
full
given it a goal,
and that's the 5th goal to Threadgold, and going to make it terribly hard for Great Flinders at this stage, Ivan. Because
we have a rover down here for Far West in the way of Nesbitt. He's walking off now, but I think he's in trouble with his shoulder as he comes off the ground and will be replaced by Red Denton. So vital goal to Far West as they replied to Henry's goal at the other end of the ground. That gives them a...
what is it, 11, 12 points?
I can't quite get it. I'll get it for you in a minute. But it's back into the centre bounce. Very desperate stuff. Jones can't pick it up. Henry's in there again.
Well, it's a 3 clear kick advantage to Far West at this stage. And
three clear goals to Far West at the
15-minute mark.
15-minute mark. A lot of desperate stuff. Malcolm Beard able to go without it. A lot of tired legs out there at the present moment. Horseman's got nowhere to go. Hooks it back over his shoulder with a left foot, but Flinders come out hard and strong. Jones tries to break through. He goes without it. Fujo goes out. Pickett, left foot kick coming down towards the centre half forward, and it's Durden. Durden has the jump on Montgomery that time. Durden goes chip side to the outer side, doesn't gain distance, gains room. But good play by Paul Warmington, allows Montgomery. Montgomery handballs to Paul Warmington. Warmington will have to, well, this will be down the field. I think Henry's been a bit frustrated all day. He's taken a fair bit and decided to give one back on that occasion, but
Well, it was bad play on Flinders' part to go across the ground on that occasion because really they could have gone straight towards the goal, but no, they didn't. They kicked wide, and now they're paying the penalty for it.
This is Denton down to the forward pocket. The distance will be round about there, but it's a cute angle, and but he's having a deliberate shot for goal, so perhaps he thinks he can get somewhere near it. Denton moves in, but it's going to be through for one score only. No, it's a great goal, so that's a great goal to Far West by Denton in the forward pocket, and that might just be the room Far West are looking for.
That could be the sealer. A 3-goal-1 advantage is probably too much at this stage because there won't be a lot of time on. They only play 21 minutes plus time on, and really at this stage, for Great Flinders to have 4 scoring shots, 3 goals, 1 at least, then they've really got the job in front of him.
So Far West, who looked gone at three-quarter time, have staged some type of a comeback at the 16-minute mark. But in the meantime, it's Flinders grabbed one out of centre, but it's Jack Miller bursting from the back pocket. He goes out to Lee Warmington, and perhaps Far West can sense something happening for him as they go down the outer side. But it's 22 for...
It's Seagate that kicked that one back into the half-forward position
area, and here's another mark by Miller. Both Miller boys have played reasonably well in the back pocket. I think Far West's better player would still be Miller in the back pocket. But this is his brother Jack, Stephen, down to the outer side, looking for Lester Highfold. Lester Highfold claims the mark, but, well, that's a decision. He's got the mark, goes down towards the half-forward line. It's Stott, Feagate. Stott has pushes the backside into Feagate, then puts the 2 long arms out. He's going to try and get it on quick, but now he decides no, he doesn't. He's going to go short, looking for Horseman. Didn't find him. Now he'll have to go again. Stott, another handball to Denton. Denton, who kicked the goal a while ago. Can he kick another one? No, he can't. And the mark's been taken by Andrew Fugate.
Well, Porterfield by Great Flinders then. The mark was there for the back pocket player to mark it, but decided to thump it down, but really didn't do any good with it. And this kick from Far West is through for another goal, and I think we're really sealed the Golden Jubilee Mortlock Carnival for Great Flinders, for Far West rather. There's 18 minutes gone now, and with a 4-goal-1 advantage to Far West, there's no way that Great Flinders could fight back.
It's a good go by Fugate that time, and I think all of a sudden Far West are sensing a victory here, Leo, by their play down the outer side 2 or 3 minutes ago, and the tide perhaps has turned back Far West way after that brilliant quarter by Flinders in the 3rd quarter. Yes, Great Flinders fought back well in the 3rd quarter, but they're in the ruck on this stage, and knocked out by Oysterman over the top, and on this occasion it's Milton who puts Great Flinders into attack. But, and a great mark at centre half back by Smith, the back pocket play, up over the pack chest mark. Doesn't know where to go this time though. Down towards the centre half forward, and it's nobody's mark. Flinders gathers up through Trelaw.
Gets an FID there.
And I think he gets one down the ground for interference afterwards. Flinders will be wanting to get the ball on quick, but it's brought back by the umpire. Oh, what's this umpire up to? He's really, is bamboozing most of the players and the spectators alike.
Well, it's been a poor exhibition of umpiring.
Absolutely.
All day. Both sides have been confused on numerous occasions, and why Great Flinders are coming across the centre now. They're coming in the direction of Green, but a good mark by Green. A good mark by Green. Green's played well since he's come back on, Leo. He'll go up towards the full forward area. Green, he's got the ability to kick that distance.
But, gets in close. This is Phelps. Phelps handballs over to Henry. Henry could well kick another goal. He's such a good player. Then this is Glenn Habner picks up, and he steered one through. So the game not over yet.
No, it's not over, but a badly needed goal by Great Flinders there, and they have the ability to fight back, because there couldn't be any more than 4 or 5 minutes of this final quarter left.
For many years, Hannam Petroleum has been a driving force for many people. They deliver refined Caltex fuels and lubricants throughout Hare Peninsula. Far West ran out winners 17 goals 9, 111 points, to Greater Flinders 12 goals 14, 86 points. At the competition's conclusion, the Mortlock Shield table saw Far West leading from Lincoln City, Greater Flinders, La Hunt, Streaky Bay, Lincoln Districts, Country Jervois and Kimber.
Well, we've just witnessed a great finish to the 1986 Mortlock Shield, a tremendous game. I have with me here the coaches of both sides. First of all, Joe Blacker from Great Flinders. Commiserations, Joe. It was a great game. Your fellas put in a great performance. Where do you think you perhaps lost the game?
Thanks, Leo. Well, we definitely lost in the first quarter, I thought. They had a lot better approach. They wanted to get the ball more than what we did in the first quarter, and 5 goals up to nothing in the first 10 minutes, that helped a hell of a lot. And, congratulations to Fish, and we knew the Far West boys come down with an attitude like we had, I thought, and a great game for the crowd. But thought Uwe was always going to make a difference. So strong around the ground, takes those marks, and we had probably 2 on him where we might have been more important to perhaps run our men forward. We tried to attack more today, but I think our blokes waited a bit and tried to let thought the ball would come to them more than them go and get it. But great battling game, I thought, by our blokes again, and I don't like this. I've done this twice now, two years in a row, and I tell you, Fisher will bloody be in here again next year.
Never mind, third time lucky perhaps, Joe.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, Tim Fisher, the coach of the winning side, Far West. Congratulations, Tim. You must be very proud of the way your boys performed today.
Yes, we are. Yeah, they did everything that we asked of them. They were well disciplined most of the weekend. They did all the right things when it counted today, and they went in hard. We knew we had to use a lot of aggression against Great Flinders because they're a good running side and a hard side, and the boys did exactly that, and we're very proud of them.
Congratulations to Far West, this year's Mortlock Shield winners. We hope you've enjoyed our telecast of the 1986 Mortlock Shield.